Hey, welcome back to Doodle Heaven, Texas. Today, I want to give you 6 good reasons not to get a doodle. Number 1 reason why not to get a doodle. They are very, very smart. If you don't train them, they will train you in a hot minute. If you're consistent, they will rock your world and be the best pet ever. But you've got to be consistent and make sure that they're not training you. And I'm going to tell you, they've got a PhD in training. They know just how to work it. This little boy currently is available. We're 6 weeks old. We had to have somebody back out. He's an amazing color. It's almost a tricolor. There's really kind of 2 different colors going on within this color. It's not really a chocolate. It's a little bit lighter. Pretty amazing. We have a female available as well. Where did my little female go? Not sure if it'll be her, but we do have a female available at this very moment that could change any minute. Number 2 reason not to get a doodle. They have huge grooming needs. And if you think you can groom, trust me, you cannot. You cannot groom unless you are a professional groomer. Trust me, your dog will thank me. It'll be too embarrassing. If you want your dog to look like this picture, then you had better plan on line brushing them every single day and getting them groomed every 2 weeks. I'm not even kidding. If that's not something you're gonna do or can afford, still need to brush on a regular basis, and you might as well go ahead and buy the more expensive brush because it's gonna matter. And a metal comb, those will be listed somewhere up here, down below, somewhere. As to what you need to do. You still need to brush them. You need to go against the grain and you need to brush them on a regular basis. And this is a lot of brushing. And then still get them groomed about every 6 weeks. Look for a groomer that really knows what they're doing with doodles. But listen, if your groomer shaves your doodle, that's on you. It's not on her. Trust me. You can't imagine where there'll be mats and somebody says, well, I brushed them out. And they just brush that top coat, and what they did is brush over mats, just ensuring that those mats are stuck in. So you want to make sure that you are brushing properly and that you're getting them groomed at least every 6 weeks. But again, if you want the picture of the doodle like this, plan on line brushing daily, getting them groomed every 2 weeks. Oh, and every time they drink, be sure and wipe their mouth and brush this out because it does get matted very, very easily. Groomers are worth their weight in gold, and I suggest you tip them well. They deserve it, they've earned it, and they will work hard for you, and it takes a lot to groom a dog, a whole lot. Number 3 reason not to get a doodle. Everybody's breeding doodles. It seems like in COVID, everybody decided they were going to breed doodles. They take a cute doodle, they breed with a cute doodle, and what they get, well, they're shocked. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't matched up the right genetic traits. They haven't matched up the right temperament. There's a lot of things that go into breeding a doodle. So if you're looking for a doodle and you found one that you think, oh my gosh, they have 10 and they're 8 weeks old and they're ready to go and we can go pick it out right now, you might want to ask a few questions. I have videos that we'll link somewhere along in here, videos 1, 2, and 3 on how to find a breeder and what you're going to look for. I suggest longevity. Somebody's been doing it for more than just a hot minute and they can answer some questions. If they don't answer you, call you on the phone, if they're only willing to email or text, I'd run. I'm just going to tell you. Most breeders' litters are sold before they're born or pretty close to it. This is a pretty rare occasion where we actually have a couple available. So that's going to be a rare occasion for most breeders. So look for some traits in a breeder that they know. They've done genetic testing, they've done health testing. They are looking at more than just a cute doodle to a cute doodle. Because it doesn't always work out the way it's planned. There's much more involved in that. Number 4 reason not to get a doodle. This is gonna blow your world. Get ready. You got a pen and paper? They are not hypoallergenic. I said it. No animal can be hypoallergenic. Read the definition of hypoallergenic. They They can't be advertised that way. I'm not gonna advertise them. Can they be hypoallergenic for you? Yes, they can. That doesn't make them hypoallergenic. My husband has some pretty extreme allergies and asthma, and they work for him. And we breed to that standard. Come here, pup, pup, pup. We breed to that standard. But using that term, no, that just doesn't always work. Plus, even a no-shed dog or a low-shed dog, they still have to shed. They shed by grooming. So when you groom them, you're allowing that coat to be cut properly to allow them to release some of that fur. Now, if you're not grooming often and they get matted, they're gonna shed because basically the mat is gonna pull on that fur and that fur is gonna come out. Also, there are some foods that can cause shedding in dogs, not proper nutrition. We personally put coconut oil on our dogs' food. It makes their coats gorgeous. Yes, I did say on their food and not on their coat. You can put it on the coat, but putting it in their food, it's really great for parasites. It also gives them a beautiful thick coat. We use NuVet supplements, and we also see that has amazing effects with regard to the coat. We also recommend really good quality food with not many fillers. And we are leaning towards going to foods without chicken because chicken is just showing to be a problem in many dogs, especially golden retrievers. So we suggest salmon, lamb, some other things that don't have chicken as the first ingredient. When going for the low to no shed, which I think most of us, that's kind of the goal. Either you have allergies or you just don't want fur enough that you could knit a blanket. You've got to look at the genetics. So you're going to look for what's called improper coat. You're going to look for the furnishing gene. You need to look at those to match up your pairs. Genetics are not flawless though. There can be tricks that they play on us, and then all of a sudden we've got a couple that are shedding more than we'd like or are shedding just a little bit. Hi, darling. But the goal is to look at the genes and match those up properly to get that low no shed. Then again, grooming is essential, food is essential. A lot of people like F1s because it's just that 50-50. They're getting the 50% golden retriever or Aussie or whatever, and then the poodle. But you need to know, F1s are going to shed in most cases. At least 50% chance they're going to shed. That's just what they're gonna do. Now, their coats can range from wiry to softer, but we typically see more of the wiry coat, and they're just gonna shed in most cases. But again, some of them are gonna get the genes, both of the correct genes, and not have improper coat, but you're not gonna know as a puppy because the puppy is definitely going to show differently. So you wanna watch that as well. Number 5, reason not to get a doodle. They chew, they bite, they don't sleep, they go outside and pee, they come inside and pee, they whine in their crate, they don't listen. Oh wait, that's every puppy. Every puppy does that. So if your expectation is that this dog is not gonna whine, is gonna be fully potty trained, all those things, don't get a puppy. Get a stuffed animal. Many people will contact me and say, hey, I'd like a little older dog that's fully trained and all that kind of stuff. And we can do that. We can train them and we can find them for you, but you're gonna pay a high dollar for that because they're fully vetted, they've been groomed several times, they've been trained. So you're gonna pay 2 to 3 times that price because you're getting more for the value. So if you want that, we do that here. And we can also make sure they are done that way, but do expect to pay 2 to 3 times the cost to get one that is trained like that. And then once you get them, there's going to be a learning curve for you to become the alpha of them and for them to adjust into their new environment. So you can expect a little bit of regression and working towards the goal of getting them back where they were when they left fully trained. So, that's all puppies, no matter where you get them, those are traits. If you're not expecting that chewing like crazy, chewing up your very best and most expensive shoes, chewing on your children, and you're not ready to train them to chew on a toy or crate them during that time or reverse leashing them, and I'll talk about that in another video, I suggest getting a stuffed animal.